episode of Clash with Barndo. Tonight I'm going to go over our War Win 154, but first off I'd like to say congrats Dave on getting your Titans achieved. It's never really simple the first time. It does get easier the second and third, so maybe later on you'll have a bit more of a go. Let's have a look. Now this is probably the second Aussie clan we've ever fought. Feel the Love, we did beat them quite convincingly, 69-44. I think they were a little bit outgunned from the start, so they were down in Town Hall 10, and it's, you know, from there it's pretty hard. So thanks for sticking it out, guys. I know you did a bit of looting at the end there. I did come across it. It's the first time I've ever traded over to another clan and said hello. And yeah, so hopefully we've taught you a little bit. You're probably going to pinch a few of our bases. Maybe change a few of your own and all those kinds of things, but I don't have a huge amount to go through this war. I'm just going to show a couple of 9s and then a few 8s and a few focus points on the Town Hall 8 attacks that I can see I can pick out. So first attack I'm going to show was Space Monkey's attack versus number 8. And what he's gone with here is a 2-column GoHog. So it's a pretty simple draw, and from the draw he's busted out the poison straight away. Now, one thing you'll see with a lot of raiding, I have mentioned it before, is your patience. You've got to be aware, of course, you've got 3 minutes to complete your raid. So this raid here went for, I think, 2.5 minutes. It normally takes around 30 seconds to do a poison lure like that, so if you're drawing that, so he still had another 30 seconds, it was always going to be a 3-star. Good herding on the side with his whizzies. That Clan Castle Golem is almost dead though by the time he gets in there. You see that jump, that linked up the middle quite nicely, so the golems that were remaining would then go inside and push for any potential giant bombs. Unfortunately, his king sort of gone AWOL. Old Jimmy Bob's gone for a walk. But the queen's still gone in, level 16 queen, so she's starting to get into a good level. Pretty good spread of hogs, 3 heals left for those. I've still got 1 heal left and most of the base is gone, so good last heal. And that's about it for that one. Good raid, Mr. Monkey. Snuck a goblin in at the end. Everyone loves a good gobbo. Alright, I'm going to link the next base. Is going to be number 9. What I'll do is, I don't actually show them too often, but I'll show one of the bloopers. And it was Barndo 05. It's the first time I've gone to use a low-level queen in wars. Where are we? Here we are. Good concept to start off with. So the benefit of running Barndo 05 and Barndo 82 is that I do have the ability sometimes to do a mud map attack and show myself what I want to do. So with this attack I've gone for a open, you'll see king straight on the queen, so he boosts there. That's a very simple changeover. Now that opens up the walls there for the queen to walk in. Starter up there. I think I had 4 healers, so it was a healthy amount of healers. Down goes the poison. And down goes the rage, and queen's dead. Poor old queen, she had no chance. So from there I've LavaLooned the base and mapped out some of the bombs and traps at least. But yeah, sometimes you get a bit used to the nice meaty heroes. So I've gone back in now with the kings on upgrade, so I haven't bothered gemming that or anything, and instead used a level 4 dragon to get that queen. I was aware there was no black bombs directly near the queen, so as you see, I start with a minion to open up that air trap that was picked out in the previous attack. And this time the old 26. Poison was a little bit better. I probably didn't even need to use that rage, but I was a little bit worried about what the dragon did to my last queen. You see, out comes the dragon. That's when the queen's pretty much outside the base, so not too much is going to be shooting old Puff. So as you see, the way the queen's going to pat is towards those open walls. Now that hound went down in a deliberate spot to avoid that black heat seeker, and I realised that my first spell is probably not the best, and I'm going to need some reinforcements to go towards those Teslas, so I'll put down the extra 3 loons and another haste. Plenty of spells spare, so all the reds are up there, so the hound's got all those. Loons weren't too worried. We'll just speed that up. That's it. So it is possible to 3-star without a hero, with your upgrades and stuff like that. Queen walks are a really good army. One of the hounds wasn't popped there. I wasn't sure if 3 hounds was too many. But yeah, as you see, queen walks aren't always just straightforward. Poor old Barndo 05. Level 11 queen, she copped it pretty good. Next raid I want to show was number 16. That was Kimmy's attack. What's Kimmy done here that I wanted to point out? There was something about the wall breakers. Sorry, the draw and the CC. So what you see is he's used a hog. The CC looks like it's a fairly simple draw, and out comes a Tesla and he's just stuffed his CC draw. So what I wanted to point out was you could use some wall breakers too. Don't ever be afraid if you think the possibility that they might have trapped Teslas. Use 4 or 5 wall breakers. So 5 wall breakers is 10 unit slots, which is 2 hogs. Quite often you use 3 or 4 hogs on a draw, so it's not unheard of to use a few wall breakers to draw that CC as well. In the end, it was a dragon loon CC. You can see he struggled to pick it up there, so he's just used 2 hogs. And what he's done is just gone ahead with his raid anyway. Quite a spread out, 2 Th9 GoHog. And the dragon comes out now, so he's poisoned down for that. The poison doesn't kill the loon, it doesn't kill the dragon. I'll just pause there. What he really probably should have done in the end was just commit 3 or so hogs there, and that would have killed that and then moved down to that archer tower. So sometimes you've got to be prepared to swing on a decision like that and have a bit of a go. And you see the loon and the dragon still up. Out come a few skellies, giving the hogs the old shits. Dragon's still up. He's very, very lucky that Golem's got the attention of the dragon. Dragon's just finished off the rock monster and Wizzy got the last kill on him. So, very, very lucky. So you always got to be prepared. Town Hall 8, it is quite hard to hide your clan castle I should say, and keep it from being unlurable. Sometimes people try and do little tricks like that, so you've just got to be prepared. The next one I want to show was number 19. It's a bit of a fun raid for 4X. You can tell he's a Queenslander. Good old 4X. Horrible beer. Now, what's he gone ahead with here? You notice where the clan castle is, he's gone with 3 hogs to attack that archer tower. Now, it's not a max Town Hall 8 archer tower or anything like that, so he's only needed 3 hogs. And there it is, it's drawn the clan castle. One of the things I was going to mention here was he's drawn that good. He should have just poisoned and waited. Instead he's drawn to the corner, and Skellies have a move rated 24, which is 12, so you're always going to have a trouble with the Skellies out-timing your witches. So there's a lot of different variations you can do with that. One old habit I used to do was run with 2 minions, just in case, if you want to kill some Skellies, or if you want to draw the witches to the corner without the Skellies, you can just drop down that 1 minion and get it. And you see what he's done is he's opened up with the old Max Clan Castle Pecker. That's to go give the enemy king a bit of a smack in the face. Whereas use those wall breakers as well was probably pointless. He should have really used them over where these Teslas were. The Pecker was never ever going to go inside there. The Wizards were always going to do the 2 defences. But outside of that, he's gone for it. It's always fun when you can take a Max Pecker into a hog raid. Make it a hope raid. They're not a max base or anything like that, but as you can see, there's a shitload of hogs. He didn't even really need to use all 3 heals. Shitload of hogs left over. Old Pecker, that big bitch, she's still going for it, smacking things away. Good raid 4x. And the last raid I'm going to show, don't get to show them too often. I don't even get to do this too often myself, but Barndo 83, 3 lightning, 1 earthquake. And what I've done is I've actually lured the CC out with that 1 balloon, just to see what it is. Witch and a wizard. So I thought, alright, I'll run the old, there you see the minion lures the wizard without the Skellies. Just bring them into my lightning range. And I'll just zoom in. So the 2 lightnings go in the middle. Put out the earthquake as well. And you see I've paused to see exactly what's taken. And if you look where that last lightning dropped, it was a touch closer towards the bottom of your defence. That was to make sure that copped most of the damage. So outside of that, couple of minute raid. It was never going to lose. I did, like I said, go and have a bit of a chat to the guys. Feel the love. And yeah, I mean, you guys didn't really use all your attacks or anything like that. A little bit outclassed, but I hope I've helped. And just maybe for some of your bases and stuff like that, you may have to have a bit of a look at your traps and positioning of certain things. Running some outside giant bombs and stuff like that may seem like a good idea, but it just means on the 2nd and 3rd attacks versus the bases, they pick them out. Other than that, as always, hope I've helped, and clash on.